After the disappointment of being put on hold for an English title by the cancellation of Shane Singleton, Tyrone Nurse has vowed to bounce back, starting with a fight on June the 1st.
Just going to tick over and hopefully get a 6 or an 8 rounder on the same show I was boxing on Singleton on, and just be a foreigner, get an import in with a decent record, just a nice easy tick-off job, just to stay busy. I mean, I've only had 2 rounds since October, so definitely need some rounds, so someone tough, that's what we'd like.
Looking ahead, Nurse's part-time coach and dad, Chris Aston, has targeted Darren Hamilton as his son's next fight after this unsavoury rap about the Huddersfield boxer.
With bigger padded out records than Tyrone Nurse. Tyrone, keep running up your mouth, you're going to need the doctor, the nurse. Faith can't help you, I don't care if you adopted a church.
I'd love to be in the ring with Darren Hamilton because of the rap, we want to put that to rest, that rap. Great laugh as it was, but there's a price to pay for that.
Whoever or whenever Nurse's next fight is, his coach Tommy Mooney feels isn't relevant because he believes a 23-year-old could fight tomorrow if asked.
You get a phone call, do you want to fight tomorrow? And the ones that you know are going to go places are the ones that say, yeah, let's go, let's do it, because they're already fit.
Nurse's glory may have been put on ice for now, but be sure not to write off this young boxer who still plans to take this country by storm. A turbulent season for Huddersfield Rugby Union, which ended in relegation, is over. However, the rebuilding has already begun with a change of manager at the start. Chairman Lee Paxman explains it was an easy decision to appoint Gareth Lewis as the new head coach at Lockwood Park.
Well, he's the fittest guy in the team. He's the first to train, he's the last to leave. He leads on the pitch anyway, so essentially if he brings half of those characters, it's a pretty good appointment in our respect.
Lewis has now made the transition from player to player coach, replacing the outgoing Dan Hyde, and after 2 weeks in the role, he's enjoying the new responsibility.
Enjoying it so far. It's must be at least 60 phone calls trying to recruit players, which obviously after the relegation it's been quite a difficult season, but just in the space of 2 weeks we're so much more optimistic about next season.
His biggest task will be securing quality signings, but it started well as captain Nick Sharp rejoined this week and he was relieved to get the deal sealed.
I've played here for a long time, so very happy to keep going. I know it's been a tough year this year, but with Gaz and Lee taking over, things are looking up, so yeah.
One thing is for sure, a busy summer is guaranteed for Huddersfield Rugby Union as they target bouncing back at the first attempt.
Hello, I'm Mark Ridgway and here is your Blue Square North midweek roundup as Chester and Guiseley both win. League leaders Chester beat Oxford City with a routine 2-0 win on Wednesday night. The game was delayed by almost an hour and that may have affected Oxford's performance as Paul Linwood and Nathan Jarman netted for the Blues to make it 17 unbeaten matches. Second place Guiseley also won, but they made hard work of their 2-1 win over Corby Town. Josh Moorman had given Corby a shock lead, but it was one-way traffic from then as James Walsham and Josh Wilson scored to complete the turnaround for the Yorkshiremen. The biggest shock of the night arguably came at the Shea as FC Halifax Town dropped points to Solihull Moors. Jason St Just put an injury time penalty wide for the Shaman as the game finished goalless. Elsewhere, Stalybridge Celtic leapfrogged Halifax after a comfortable 3-1 win over Bishop Stortford. Blair Sturrock had given the Bishops the lead after 22 minutes, but Celtic hit back with goals from Jamie Mullen, Jack Laird and Christian Platt. And finally, Harrogate Town overcame mid-table rivals Boston United with a 2-1 win on the road. A Chib Chalaka brace put Harrogate on their way, meaning Mark Newsham's injury time consolation was nothing more than that. That's it from me, back to the studio.
Town have still got it though now with Williams. Now Worthington. Worthington's got past one challenge now, it's Toulson on that right hand side. Opportunity to get across and now that's towards where it goes and Chris Wesley's waiting in with the ball and it's in! Chris Wales is going to shame in the lead just before half time. Sweeping volley from close range. It was Ryan Tulson with a superb delivery. We know he's got that in his locker, but to be fair, it was awful defended by the host. Chris Wales, he found himself completely unmarked in the middle, and his side foot volley crept past Hasted. And just before half time, it's Boston United 0, FC Halifax Town 1. Referee still being asked the questions, still play on. Telly with the nick again, there's a full-time whistle, and Tana promoted! Pitch invasion, fantastic scenes here. FC Halifax Town have been promoted to the Blue Square Premier. Fantastic season. 2008, the old club were at that level. It's been a tough season, but would you believe it? It's a third promotion in 4 years. Exuberant scenes, players and fans alike.